Bartron, and today we are going to be learning about the Vuvuzela. Has anyone heard of the Vuvuzela before?
Unfortunately.
Does anyone know where it comes from? Okay, well that's because the origin of the Vuvuzela is pretty disputed. A lot of people take credit for its invention. It's mostly thought about to come from South Africa. They use it in the FIFA World Cup in 2010. That's where it's most known from. The people in the stands would play them, and they would have different colors for the opposing sides. It can date back hundreds or thousands of years. Rooted from Africa, it was used to cause villagers to meetings. It's a variation of the kudu horn, which was used in battles and by African tribes. The name, does anyone know where the name comes from? No? Okay. So there's a lot of different thoughts about where the name comes from. Some people think it was because of the vuvu sound it made. Other people think it's township slang for the word shower, like shower with music. It also comes from a Zulu word, literally to make noise. And these were originally made out of tin, and they converted to plastic just to make them cheaper to make, so more people could obtain them. Playing the Vuvuzela actually requires a good amount of technique. It requires lip flexibility and lung strength. You just buzz your lips like a brass instrument. It has a monotonous tone, and it's actually very loud. It's a subject of controversy for allowing them to have them at games because of how loud they are. It has high pressure sound levels that can cause hearing loss. The sound level is about 120 dBA, which is right at the threshold of pain. So it's banned by some shopping centers. If you play them in like some conventions in South Africa, they'll take them away from you and they'll make you leave because they don't want you to make people go deaf. Does anyone know approximately what note the Vuvuzela produces?
E natural. B flat.
Yes, B flat, right below middle C. So I'm going to give a demonstration. I do not play the Vuvuzela. Let this be known. Everyone okay? Any questions? Any questions?
How do you exactly pronounce it? Because like, I know they're like some of my friends pronounce it some different ways. Like, I don't know. What is like do you know like the exact way to pronounce it, or are there different ways to pronounce it?
There's really not different ways to pronounce it. Some people, I can imagine, would make up silly names for it, but it's the Vuvuzela. Some people say Fufuzela.
Some people say Vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela?
Yeah.
That's a common one. That's probably used more so in Africa, but the way we pronounce things in America, most people here call them Vuvuzelas.
Okay, good.
Any other questions?
Do they come in any other tones?
Any other tones? Not that I know of.
Right.
Like you can't make a choir out of them?
I'm sure.
Oh, you can make it like a trombone if you play and like cut.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So this is made into two pieces, and it's actually, they used to all be one continuous piece, but they converted it to two pieces to make it able to like change the pitch, if that makes sense. So I can imagine that if you made it, it's also, the length of it, it's about 65 centimeters, 2 feet. That's about the average size of a Vuvuzela. If you made it like bigger or longer, it would change the tone just like any other instrument. Like trumpets have shorter pipes, they're higher. Tubas have really long. If you like unravel the tuba, it would be like really, really long. So they're like really low. So it's the same concept. Any other questions? Yes?
Where can we find one?
This actually is not mine. I don't know where this was found, but I'm sure you can find them like almost anywhere. They're relatively cheap. Yeah, like a couple bucks. They're pretty cheap because they wanted to make it so that everyone could have one, so you could take it to like a sporting event. Any other questions? All right, thank you.